Francois Rodgers, swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect and uphold the Constitution and all other law of the Republic. And I undertake to hold my office as a member of the Executive Council of the Province of KwaZulu Natal with honour and dignity, to be a true and faithful councillor, not to divulge directly or indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the function of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
KwaZulu Natal province has the second biggest economy in the country, contributing about 16% to the country's GDP, now making this province one of the important provinces in the country's economy. Now, with that being said, there are a number of challenges that are facing the province of KwaZulu Natal: unemployment, poverty, crime, as well as inequality and the lack of infrastructure in some of the areas of the province. Now, the newly formed Provincial Government of Unity will have a big task to try and address these challenges that are facing or that are affecting the people of KwaZulu Natal. Now, the newly appointed Finance MEC, Mr Francois Rodgers, says he is ready to work for the people of KwaZulu Natal. Now, to find out more on who he is on the show tonight, we are joined by Mr Francois Rodgers. Good evening. My name is Smangele Chirwa. I am your host. You are watching KZN News Talk. Now, let me encourage you. You can become part of the show by simply going to our social media pages. On Facebook, we are KZN News Talk, and on Twitter, now known as X, we are also KZN News Talk. Your view is of importance, which is why we encourage you to use our social media pages. If you'd like to send a comment or a question to Mr. Rodgers as he is part of the show tonight, you can simply use our social media pages. Mr. Rodgers, welcome to KZN News Talk.
Thank you. Moleni yonke ekhaya namhlanje.
First and foremost,
please call me Francois.
Francois. First and foremost, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you very much. It's a daunting task, as you were saying in your intro, but I believe I'm up to the task. And, you know, as you were saying, we have really some serious challenges in the province. We saw that during our campaigns and our promises to the people of the province. And now's the time that we have to deliver on those promises.
Were you expecting to be appointed for this portfolio?
Look, finance has always been my interest. I've served in the legislature for 2 terms, and I've served on the finance portfolio and SCOPA. I'm a businessman by profession. I have my own businesses, so I believe I come with a wealth of experience when it comes to running the finance.
For the viewer at home who's asking themselves, who's Mr. Francois Rodgers?
He's a boy from Kokstad. Sikawami Kokstad, Batlali Kokstad. Yeah, I'm married with 2 daughters. The one lives in Malawi, the other one here. I have 3 granddaughters, so I'm surrounded by women. That includes my wife. Okay. So the gender balance in my home is definitely towards the female gender.
I'm interested in knowing what your daughter is doing in Malawi, because my surname is Chirwa. I'm also from Malawi.
Oh, okay. Natalie's just left here. She's just gone back to Malawi. Okay. Her husband is an agricultural engineer. Okay. They live in Blantyre. He specializes in irrigation, and he travels all over, Zambia, Uganda, all over, but they're based in Malawi. Natalie has just had a little baby girl who's 4 months old, so she's a mother at this stage, living happily in Blantyre.
How excited are you with the new appointment?
Yeah, look, first of all, I'm humbled that you know, I've been given the position, that the Premier and my party have put their faith in me. It's a difficult portfolio, particularly in light of the global and the economy in our country and in the province. But I have a great team behind me, the Treasury team. I have always complimented them, even when I sat in the opposition benches. So I look forward to finding solutions to our problems so that we can ultimately focus all our energy into service delivery, building a sustainable economy, creating jobs.
You are a politician, Mr. Francois. Now, the question that comes into my mind now that seeing you as the new MEC of Finance, when did you join politics?
Where, my man? My school days. I started becoming very interested in politics at a very young age. My nickname at school was Smuts. You'll remember Jan Smuts from our South African history. And most of my friends said, yeah, you sound just like Smuts. And I got very involved. I was obviously very unhappy with apartheid and the way things were happening in the country. And that invigorated me to play a role in politics, particularly from a very young age. Here in Pietermaritzburg, I schooled here, and I was in way before 1994. I can't give my age away. But in the late 80s, I was involved in politics in Mbali and Edendale here in Pietermaritzburg.
Were you also somehow, affected by the apartheid?
I don't believe I was affected like those who didn't have the quality and the access. My business career, I didn't inherit businesses. I started my own business. But one must remember, during apartheid, I had access to quality education. I was able to go and watch a movie in a cinema. Folk of colour weren't allowed to go into cinemas in those days. In fact, I'll never forget, one of the first things that struck me at a young age was during apartheid, white people sat in the front of the bus and black folk had to sit in the back of the bus. And that wasn't comfortable for me. I, in fact, caused a bit of a scene here in Maritzburg in the late 70s, where I decided I would go and sit in the back of the bus with the black folk. And the bus driver, who was white, wasn't very happy, and he threw me off the bus. And I think it made headlines in the Natal Witness in those days. So it's from a young age.
And then you decided to join the Democratic Alliance. What made you decide this political party in specific?
Well, my roots as a youngster was with the African National Congress. And I just felt that the direction they were taking at one stage wasn't...
Meaning that back then you were a member of the African National Congress?
No, I worked in the structures. So I worked in the structures, and I just felt that things were going wrong. I then relocated to Kokstad, and I became involved in business, and I became a councillor, an independent councillor in Kokstad, and from there progressed to what was then the Democratic Party, and then the Democratic Alliance.
Was there a person maybe who was motivating you, a politician who was an elder, maybe who you were looking up to, maybe who motivated you to also take part in politics?
Not really. I can't identify one individual. Obviously, post-1994, Nelson Mandela became, our father and our leader. So post-1994, I certainly looked up to Mandela. But prior to that, I just wanted to work in the community. I wanted to try and right the wrongs of the past. That was my real focus. That's why I got involved in council. That's why I got involved in school boards. I was instrumental in building a new school in Kokstad, St. Patrick's College, which I then became the chairperson of the board and later on took over the finances. I was involved in Kokstad Child and Family Welfare. So, I'm a people's person, and that's my foundation.
Uyena ke ungqongqoshe wezezimali kuyena ke usanda kumenyezela kusoke isifunda KwaZulu Natal esikhuluma naye kuloke uhlelo lethu kanti ke lesi sigaba sohamba ke sothengisa mangabe sibuya siyaqhubeka naloke uhlelo lakho iKZN News Talk uyibukelayo.